What is up? How is everybody doing? I'm the big dog named Austin, back at you again with another breakdown. I don't know why I did that. The Indianapolis Colts 2-0 taking on the Tennessee Titans, who are 0-2. The Tennessee Titans taking a loss to the Los Angeles Rams last week, 33-19. Of course, you know, if you follow this channel, if you follow football, the Colts beat the Broncos 29-28 on a very a little controversial, I guess, with Bronco fans, ending to the game, which gave the Colts 15 yards. Spencer Schrader was able to nail one through. Colts win, move to 2-0. Now, the Colts are favored by 4.5 points on the road against the Titans. Now, at the beginning of the week, I was uber confident. I had a lot of confidence coming into this game. As the week has progressed, it has just felt more and more like this could be a closer game than what everybody's anticipating. I'm hoping that if the Colts can blow out the Titans, just not even blow out the Titans, okay? But just win by double digits, take care of business, do what you need to do. If the Colts are a good team, what good teams do is they beat bad teams. They beat the teams that they need to beat. They don't struggle with the teams that they need to beat. I'm not comparing us to the Bills. I want to preface this with saying that, right? But you saw what the Bills did to the Jets, a division opponent. You also saw what the Bills did to the Dolphins. The Bills are a great team who just, they take care of their opponents, whether they're divisional opponents or not. They take care of their opponents. If the Colts want to be in that upper echelon of teams this season, so far, you got to beat these kind of teams. The Titans, 0-2. They are not very good defensively. Bo Nix had a pretty bad game against the Titans. If it wasn't for the Titans' offense, scrounged together 4 field goals, that being it, the Titans would have won that game. And they only lost by 14 to the Los Angeles Rams. So I think this game is going to be a little bit closer to what people think. I think the Colts win by a touchdown. I'm thinking 27-20, 24-17 type range, right? And all week long. Now, I haven't been involved. I'm not the type of guy who goes onto Twitter and has back and forth with people, okay? I'm the kind of guy who kind of just looks from afar. Just, oh, what's this guy saying? Oh, this guy said this. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's a little interesting to me, but it was between Colts fans, pages that I follow, and Titans fans, of course. And they were going back and forth with each other. Titans fans, I feel like, are bullish on the Titans' chances to win. That makes me worry a little bit. I kind of wonder where that confidence is coming from. Is it just them hating the Colts so much where they're just like, yeah, looking at every single avenue? I don't know. But here's how I think the game actually goes. Cam Ward is going to make plays. Now, Cam Ward sitting at 50.8% completion this season, 31-61. He only has 287 yards and 1 touchdown. Daniel Jones did that last week. Passed for that, 116 yards, had a touchdown. Cam Ward, though, is going to make some plays. Okay, he had a great play against the Rams, threw across his body. Now, I don't know what we've got to do to get Zaire Franklin to stop talking trash. Okay, but he got on a podcast and said that he hopes that Cam Ward makes that throw. Okay. Nora agrees that might have been something that you kind of keep to yourself. Okay, now that's just kind of the way that Zaire Franklin's wired as a football player. I can't hate it. I kind of hope that he wouldn't say it because last year the Colts got burned. Okay, Zaire was like, hey, I can't wait till we can play a crappy team like the Giants, and then the Giants whoop up on the Colts, make Drew Lock look like prime Eli Manning, and that was an embarrassing game. So you better back it up. You had better back it up. Now, Cam Ward has been sacked the most out of any quarterback this season. He's been on his ass a lot. So if you can get after him, Latu is back. That's big. Mooney Ward is back. So that's big for the secondary. I think they struggled last week without having him there in the secondary. Having Latu back is big. If you can get after this quarterback, create some pressure, you can force the rookie into making mistakes. Tony Pollard, I think he's doing some solid work on the ground. He has 38 carries, 152 yards. The Colts' rushing defense isn't that great. I think they're in the bottom third of the league as far as rushing defense goes. Now, as far as in the entire defense goes, I was actually surprised to see this. The Colts are 5th in total yards allowed. 5th least amount allowed in the league. And they're first in turnovers. They have 4 turnovers. Their defense has 4 turnovers. So that's great. Nora knows what she's talking about. Yeah, I've been talking to her for the last week and a half, telling her about Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts, and she's been locked in. She has been locked in. I don't know if you heard her because this microphone, I don't know if it picks her up or not. Anyway, talking about the Colts. The Colts are the number 1 team in total yards on offense this season. They are 2nd in passing, 3rd in rushing. Speaking of 2nd in passing, Daniel Jones is 2nd in the league with 588 yards. He's 2nd to only Russell Wilson. Imagine if people would have said, oh yeah, Russell Wilson number 1, 2 weeks in, Russell Wilson number 1, Daniel Jones number 2. What would you have said to that? I would have been like, what? I don't know what year I would have said this in, because Daniel Jones ever been good with Russell at the same time Russell Wilson was? I don't know. But weird things are going on in the league right now. Daniel Jones has 2 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. I like what I see out of Daniel Jones. I want to see more. Can he pick apart a defense that isn't very good? Can he consistently string together some wins? Those questions I still have. I want to see more out of Daniel Jones. So far, what I've seen, I love it. I'm stunned. He has 71.4 completion percentage through his first 2 games in Indianapolis. His career has been resurrected these first 2 games. And I'm cautiously optimistic. I think I'm going to use that term. I've used that term in the first couple weeks. I'm going to continue to use that term until the Colts go 6-0 or something. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe speaking into existence. But a guy that they're going to need in order to get to that point is Tyler Warren. And Tyler Warren was actually the questionable title was lifted, so he is good to go on Sunday. He has 11 catches, 155 yards on the season. He has been a pivotal part of this offense. What he does, the way that I've been explained to, because I listen to a lot of radio, it's like he takes away, the way he grabs defenders. Okay, I'm not like a schematic guy. I'm not going to be able to break down a defense for you. Okay, but I can know that he's going to go this way. Tyler Warren's going to go this way, and he's going to take a defender with him or something, and boom, that defender's not covering Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman, bam. You know what I mean? So it's a benefit, even though he's not getting the touches, even though he's not getting the receptions, it still benefits the offense. It makes the offense more open. Nora knows the importance of Tyler Warren to this Indianapolis Colts offense. He's playing Sunday. I'm excited for this game. It's the first road game of the season in Nashville. The Colts have not lost to the Tennessee Titans since 2022. Okay, so we'll see what the Titans hold. The 0-2 Titans, fans are very afraid of falling to 0-3. Rightfully so. You do not want to go 0-3 in the AFC. If you go 0-3 in the AFC, you are cooked. Divisional games, I think, tend to be closer, unless you're the Bills. Okay? I don't think the Colts are in the threshold of the Bills yet. So divisional games between, a potentially mid team with the Colts. Okay, I'm not ready to admit that they're up there yet. I'll continue to call them mid. A mid team with the Colts and a Titans team that Cam Ward is growing. Okay, he's not going to be what he will become right now. So he's going to have some growing pains. I just feel like the Colts have a really good chance to win this game. That you get after Cam Ward, you take care of business on offense, you should be good. You should be good. But, like I said, if the Titans start 0-2, or seriously, 0-3, then you're looking at, the Texans and the Jaguars play this week. The Titans, 0-2. The Jaguars, 1-1. And Texans, 0-2. Okay? So, if you look at the Texans winning, they're 1-2. Jags are 1-2. Titans, 0-3. Colts, 3-0. If the Texans lose to the Jags are 2-1. Texans are 0-3. The Titans are 0-3. The Colts are 3-0. Of course, that goes with if the Colts win. So, as a Titans fan, you see that big stretch, that 6-game stretch that you've got to catch up with the Colts, at 3 weeks in the season. No doubt the fans are worried about this game and tout it as a must-win. A lot of Colts fans have touted this game for the Indianapolis Colts as a trap game. Now, what do you define as a trap game? I feel like the term trap game is subjective. You can use it whenever you want. You can say that this is a trap game. To me, the Colts, this is only week 3. Okay, yes, they are coming off of a high victory. We'll see what, we'll go back to that play calling at the end of the game against Denver. I didn't like it. Okay, a lot of Colts fans didn't like it. A lot of the media didn't like it. Shane Steichen had been asked about it multiple times. He knew he should have been better in that moment. And he almost cost us a victory. And by the grace of the football gods, we got a flag. And we're able to get 15 yards. And the Colts kicked one through. I realize how fortunate we are to have gotten that flag, to get that victory. And Broncos fans I've seen the videos all week long of their reaction, and it has just been a little part of me is like, man, that's just painful. But obviously the Colts win. So, that being said, we're coming off of the high of that victory. You're looking at a team that you should beat on paper. Everybody thinks you're going to beat them on paper. You're a road 4.5-point favorite. Everybody's picking you to beat the Titans. There are a couple people picking the Titans. You're going to have those people because there are people who don't believe fully in the Indianapolis Colts. And I don't blame those people. You've seen 2 weeks. You see, I feel like the Broncos' victory carries a lot of weight this early in the season. If you just judge these 2 games, and I know it's so hard to judge a team based off of 2 games, but the Broncos' victory to me carries a lot of weight because the Broncos are a legitimate team. Now, I know they struggled against the Tennessee Titans. That is what it is, okay? But the game that I feel like people point to is because the Dolphins are such a mess. And, they've been historically bad. Like, that win for the Colts carries little to no weight. And I feel like you have to continue to string some wins together for people to start taking you seriously. Throughout the week, I've seen the power rankings. The power rankings have the Colts, 17, 13. One have even had it at the 10th spot. Now, there's different power rankings. There's Bleacher Report. There's ESPN. There's CBS. Everybody's got a power ranking. It's just some person's opinion. But I still like to look at them to see who's where. And the Colts, rose up in the rankings after beating Denver. But this is a game, like I said, you'd have to win if you're the Colts. Because you just need to take care of business. You need to come in there, do your job. If you claim that we're a good team, this is a game where you need to prove it. Because good teams beat bad teams. They don't mess around. They don't play with their food. They take care of business. And that's the point I'm trying to get across. If you want to be a good team, beat the Titans. Okay? Nora agrees. I don't have much else to say. I don't know if you can hear her. What do you think? What do you think? Colts at Titans, 1 p.m. Sunday.
I am the big dog named Austin. Go Colts!